Columbus Zoo. Get up close with dozens of moving, roaring, prehistoric giants. You might even come face to face with a T-Rex.
Hello YouTube, how are you today? I want to give a shout out to Crafty Caps and Darl Stahl today. They have requested that I would do this video, and it's on long distance relationships in the Philippines. This is Terry Mark live from Ohio. Iron Sharpens Iron Live is the channel name. If you want to see my upcoming videos, you're going to have to tap that bell, subscribe, and tap that bell to see them. You'll get a notification in your phone or wherever your email is, or wherever your YouTube is hooked up to. You know, there's so much information on online relationships that I've heard and I've seen and I've thought of and I have experienced, and so many people with so many questions. I had Facebook groups for 3 years now, and a lot of guys have been in relationships with the girls, primarily in the Philippines. I was in a relationship with one in the Philippines at one time, and I married her, and then we're divorced, and then I've been in a couple really starting to be really intense relationships with ladies in the Philippines in the last 3 years, and 4 or 5 relationships that I put a stop to before they got too intense. And I have some, and they want to be more than friends, but so there's so many options here. I was requested to do a video about online relationships in the Philippines, and you know, there's so many guys that consider that girl in the Philippines, that lady, their wife, and they're not actually married yet. And they've been, even some have visited there and came back to the United States and didn't bring her yet. And some went there and visited and realized that they are not going to work because they caught her or whatever, didn't get along with the family, or you know, some go there and they actually crash right into another girl before they even get to the first girl, the original girl, and they fall in love and they kind of dump the other girl. And some guys go there and realize, because the Filipina is so aggressive, and I say aggressive in love, aggressive in trying to seek a relationship with a foreign guy. Some go there and just say, hey, I'm just going to be a whore for a while and I'm going to date. Or some go there and say, hey, I'm just going to enjoy myself. They come back and don't even really hook up with the girl originally that they were trying to hook up with. Others are intense. They meet at the airport. They go home. You know, they go to a hotel, have sex for 4 or 5 days. On their way out, they meet another girl. Maybe that girl was a virgin. On the way out, they meet another girl, another Filipina, and they want that one for a wife, you know. And so they come back to the United States, and they want to go back and see the one that they just met on their way out, and they already forgot about the one that they went there to meet to start with. There's a lot of that, you know. There's a lot of guys making babies there, and you know, the Philippines is a place where if you present a girl with a ring, I believe you could have almost anyone you want. And also with money. You know, no money, no honey. Everybody knows that statement. So, but I know a couple guys. One's married, and another one is married, and their wives are in the Philippines. And another one has a woman that he's had for almost 3 years, and or 2.5 years, whatever it is, and he's going to probably go get married, and he's never been to the Philippines. Myself, I've had some online relationships, but even with chat video capabilities, I have caught them in lies and in things, and when I start catching them in lies, I just dump the whole thing. So me, I saved a lot of money. I didn't have to fly to the Philippines, didn't have to get hooked up, maybe, you know, end up in a breakup, you know, get in an argument, a fight with their family. A Filipina's family won't let you go easy, because if you promise to marry their daughter, I believe, and you can quote me, I've been told by a PNP, and it's a daughter that I knew, I mean, it's his sister that I knew, that it's a law in the Philippines, if you promise to marry a woman, they can actually put you in jail if you don't do it. So you better look that up before you tell me I'm full of shit or wrong. What happens is, so having said that, the online relationships usually don't go well. You know, sometimes she's got a boy. I had relationships with Filipinas that had boyfriends, and I found out about it, and they were even married and separated from their husband, and she told me she was never married. So the online thing is just a bunch of bogus. It's a big bad ball of wax, you know. I always call them at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, demand them to turn the light on immediately. The guy is, if he's in bed with her, he's going to be bitching. You know, he don't like that. He's going to be upset, and it usually wakes the family up. And I tell her, just do what I said. You know, they're wanting money. They're wanting some kind of support. You know, and I learned some valuable lessons on that. So a small amount can make her turn on you and show her collars. You can send her 10 or 20 bucks, and on collars I mean like attitude, you know, not skin collar, but collar, like her collars, like of her spirits, you know. You can send them 10 or 20 bucks, and if they don't talk to you for a week or 3 or 4 days, they're actually out spending that 10 or 20 bucks. You know, I don't know. There's all kinds of tests, and I'm not going to make this video about the tests. But some of them say they broke their phone, and they want you to buy them a phone, and they go through all kinds of things. You know, the actual online relationship is hard. It's almost impossible. Now, you meet a girl, you love her, she loves you. They all love you, okay? I already know them. They all love you, okay? So, there it is. The Filipina philosophy is, if you will love me, I will love you back. Now, the problem is that philosophy, and I made these videos, does not change when they come to the United States of America. They think they can still love people, it's okay. And I'm talking about guys. They don't realize when they get married that's supposed to stop, because they've been doing that all their life. And so that's how they end up becoming mistresses and everything else. But a long distance relationship, okay. When the cat's away, the mouse will play. Mike Johnson, Jack Jones. What's up? When the cat's away, the mouse will play. You know, this girl is young, she's ripe, you know, these guys are smoking hot. There's beautiful guys over there, a lot of them are foreigners. Even the Filipino guys, some of them are quite sexy, and, you know, they're batchmates. I don't know, you know. I'm not going to say all cheat, but I would imagine 99%, just like in the United States, just like anywhere else. So the guy's going to be away for a couple years, and she knows it. My ex-wife here used to call me and ask me how late I'm going to work, and I would tell her maybe till midnight. It might be 8 o'clock. I call her back in an hour, and she was gone. So we had a home phone. I have a Panay contact who's engaged, overseas worker, Pinoy. Okay, I'm getting some good comments here. I committed to 2 girls in the Philippines without seeing them physically, and it was one of the almost the second worst mistakes I ever made, because I was going to go marry them, and then it just everything backfired from there. Because once they got you in the bag, you know, they think you're going to stay there, and they can kind of go do what they want. They stopped answering my calls. You know, they were hard to get a hold of. When I call, there'd be guys in the house. You know, they said it was their brother's friends. They didn't care. Once they get that, they sit there and they look, and they try to look beautiful, and they get you to commit. You know, there's more to a relationship than you got to have an intimate, I feel, an intimate mental and spiritual relationship. And then what you're missing long distance in a relationship is the physical contact. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, 3/4 of those girls you see on Facebook, or 90% of them, don't look like that in real life. They look more like dog meat, you know, because they got photo editors and everything else on Facebook. Now, when you see them in video chat, Sometimes they sit in the sunlight, they look whiter. Sometimes they do their hair, they have makeup on. But you can at least get a good look at them. Now here's what I prefer to do. A long distance relationship, and I've done this. I've done it thousands of hours maybe in my life, in 3 years. I prefer to see everything about them. One lady was going to go take a bath. She'll be back. I want to see you take a bath. No. Well, I realized I got to see her take a bath. She was taking a bath in a river. There was 15 naked guys down there and about 4 naked girls. And that's what they do. They had no running water, and they were taking a bath in the river. The whole community's bathing in the river. So she's naked in the river with all these guys. And I freaked out. Christian Philippines might be a safer bet, Terry. Might be, but I can tell you stories about that. So I freaked out when she was in the river with naked. Everybody done seen that thing. They probably smacked that thing a little bit. And she's been bathing with these guys since she was a little girl. And bathing with their fathers and their cousins and their in-laws and all of her cousins and her brothers and her father and everybody. It was just a community bathing river, and they were all naked, man. And that's common in the Philippines. Hey, Jack Jones, I'll finish the comment. I'll get it when it comes back. And you don't expect that. You don't expect those things. So this long-distance relationship demands to see every part of her life. If she's going to church, then see her at church. You know, I talked to a lady that was a maid in the Philippines, and this is not all maids, but she was telling her boss she was going to church on Sundays, and she was having sex with a guy. And that's the only time they could get together was Sundays because that was her only day off, and she only had half a day off, and she actually worked in the Philippines. Same thing in Singapore. They're meeting at Lucky Market down there. Check out Lucky Market. I've seen it in IMO, and I see there's Indians down there, Pakistanis, Americans, French guys, you know, from every country. Hundreds of Filipinos go down on Saturday and Sunday, and they just walk up, hey, what about you? Yeah, man, let's go. And they just hook up and go have sex. So it's just like a free-for-all. I seen it dozens of times with several different girls. Lucky Market, look it up, in Singapore. It's where all the maids go. Lucky Market, I mean, come on. I keep wanting to call it Friendly Market, but it's actually called Lucky Market. So your girl in Singapore is going down to Lucky Market and getting hooked up. You know, my girlfriend that I had in the Philippines, and I was going to meet her back in Manila, one of them, she said I go down to Lucky Market on Sundays, or down to the market on Sundays and meet my friends. She did, and I made her show me, and there wasn't nothing but dudes down there, man. And about 500 girls on this side, 300 guys on this side. Lucky guys. More maids coming. Literally. And what happened was, they just kept coming, you know. It's almost like a pun, right? But they kept coming into the market. So, yeah, I realized what was going on, man. I dropped her like a hot potato. You know, these online relationships, who's that in her bed? You know, there's nobody in my bed. Well, who's the feet belong to? Oh, you'll see the covers go over the feet. Nobody in my bed. You made a mistake. I heard, when I called 3 o'clock in the morning, I said, who was that? I knew her dad's voice. I knew her 3 brothers' voices. I knew the kids' voice. They sound like kids or little girls. I said, whose voice is that? It was my 3 o'clock in the afternoon, her 3 o'clock a.m. in the morning. What do you mean? She said, oh, it's my brother having bad dreams. I said, okay. All right, well, I got some things to do. I'll call you back sometime when you get up, about 5 o'clock. She said, okay. I got off of IMO. It's an app. I love IMO. I called her back in 10 minutes. I said, who's that? That's twice I heard the voice. She's like, will you shut the hell up? I said, who are you talking to? Nobody. Busted. See ya. Well, to dump a Pinoy is as easy as telling you she dumped a Pinoy also online because you caught her. Hello? Yeah. There we go, man. Okay, I guess. I'm at Taco Bell. I really don't even want to do this thing, man. I mean, why do you need to go? I'm online doing a video, so I need to let you go. I'll call you back. These online relationships and long distance relationships. When I say long distance, there's online relationships. There's long distance relationships when people have met. Even after you meet a girl and you're doing her paperwork, she's home free, man. She's home ready to rock and roll. She's going to come floating into the United States pretty soon. You know, I was in the Philippines and a woman with a big diamond ring, and that's unusual. And she left the U.S. Embassy the same time I did. And my wife was doing something, ex-wife, and this girl was hitting all over me, man. And she was doing her paperwork. She said, I'm coming to the U.S. too. Where do you live? She wanted to know where I live in case I live close to her. She's hitting all over me. I got my wife there, and she's getting, you know, either married or getting married to an American. She had a full-fledged diamond ring, both rings, you know, but wedding rings on. And so, you know, obviously her guy wasn't in the country. It is what it is, you know. If they drink and go to the bar, there ain't nothing but guys there. There's girls too, but they don't count. You know, I don't know. You got to know what you got to know, you know. So these long distance relationships, you have to monitor, and I believe bosses in the Philippines are taking advantage, tapping that thing. I've seen a lot of stuff going. Why not? I'm not saying they're all whores. I'm not saying they're even whores, but they want sex. They need it. They want it, you know. And you're not there. So what happens? You know. Well, nobody will know. Your husband's in the United States, man. Come on. Let me have that thing. He's in the U.S. Come on. All right. My sister's not here. Don't tell anybody. Now, you might have a Christian girl, their family are watching her. But you know what? Yeah, Jack Jones caught somebody. Lots of stuff. Dory Alfaro. What's up? Hello. Nice to see all of you with me. You know, almost every Filipino that I ever met, or online even, is a B. Almost everyone I ever met online that don't have a child is a virgin. 90% are virgins, and they don't admit to anything else. Yeah, Dory, I'm always live. I'm trying to do. This is Iron Sharpens Iron Live. Daryl Stahl, how you doing? I already introduced your name, Crafty Caps. Daryl Stahl, Crafty Caps, requested this video, so I'm doing it for him and his company. Yeah, I ask everything. And, you know, I catch them just on video chat. I busted everyone. After I finally got committed a couple times and was heartbroken a couple times online, long distance, I bust everyone now. That I get serious about. I always find out lies and scams. And thank you, Dory. And so what happens is, it's been 3 years since those things, and I cannot find one that I've been, you know, getting close to and can actually trust. Not yet. And the ones that just sit there and look beautiful and don't communicate with you, don't tell you anything about their mother, father, don't talk to you about your situation, don't get involved, you know, in your life, and don't communicate with you, and they aren't very intimate with you. They're just waiting for a handout, and they're waiting for you to say, will you marry me? And then when you say that, they're going to ask you for money. So those aren't even real relationships. Those are just models. They're just modeling for money. And they look beautiful, and you want them, and they're sexy, and they're hot, and you wish you were there, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting. So there's, you know, out of every 100, there's about 98 of those. Now, the two that really get involved with your life and get involved with your situation, you need to be on video chat. And even if you go to the Philippines and visit for 2 weeks or a month, I don't know what happens before and after. I don't know. A lot of guys are cheating too, but this is about the online relationships for the guys, so we'll keep it like that. I'm not saying guys don't cheat. I'm not saying anything. So the trolls will try to put words in my mouth. But the thing is, the online relationships, you know, they're time consuming, they cost money. If you're processing paperwork, they cost a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of phone calls. You're transferring your girl back and forth from here to there, from the province to Manila. You got to put her up, give her a place to stay. You know, the best thing to do, guys, is to go there and be with her and walk her through the process. But you know, if you feel just a little bit in your heart, and this goes for a man or woman, that your relationship isn't right, or if you feel a little bit in your heart that you can't trust that person, you know, you're probably right. Yeah, most men like sexy and beautiful, but you know, I'm attracted to a woman's mind. I really am. I've had all kind of beautiful women. I used to work at go-go bars and everything. I've had them all with me and hanging out. You know, I was younger. I wasn't always old and ugly, you know. And they had no mind. We weren't mentally connected. You know, it's nice to have a companion that you're mentally connected with. And very rarely do I ever witness that, even here or anywhere. So, even a friend that you can connect with. I just had some people stole 2 phones from me. I'll make a video about that. They stole 2 phones from me here. Oh yeah, online. You're very right. Online, people can say anything. You know, an old Filipina lady, and I mean old, she's like 80 years old. She said, online, sir, these girls can be anything they want to be. She said, you're pogi, which means like big fish. She said, and you're guapo, which means handsome. It doesn't mean beautiful, it means handsome. Gonda mo for a girl is beautiful, or gonda you, gonda. So Dory's laughing. She knows what I'm talking about. She said, beware, sir, these girls can be anything that you want them to be online. She said, but they're not really who they say they are. And this old Filipina lady, 30 years older than me at the time, she said, beware, sir, you're very pogy. So they were going to want you, and they are going to want what you have. She said, be very careful. Now, you call that 80-year-old Filipina lady a liar. You know? You call me all kinds of names, but call that 80-year-old Filipino. She woke me up. The girl woke me up. Dory Alfaro, you're Filipina. You're laughing twice. Ha 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 on one, he on the other one. You know, call that 80-year-old Filipina lady in Manila a liar. I don't think she's lying. Be very careful, sir, she said. Now, Gonda Mo, Dory, you're Gonda Mo. Gonda. See, that's beautiful. I'll teach you guys something. The expats in the Philippines don't even know how to speak the language, some of them. You know, guapo is for a guy. It's handsome. Little boys are guapo. They're handsome, you know. Guys are handsome. You know, Gonda is beautiful. Hermosa is beautiful. There's different dialects there. But back to the subject, you know, I talk to some of the most honest people in the world that would know the real deal, and those are Filipinos. And I talk to them all the time. All different ages, and men and women. Ladyboys call me. You know, I try not to talk to ladyboys, but sometimes I can't even tell. And I've had them pop out their boobs and go, you like those? And they look pretty good. I said, yeah. He said, I'm a man. What? Yeah, I have a dick. I'm a ladyboy. I'm like, oh, why are you calling me? You can't tell over video chat even. You know, I'm not hitting on ladyboys, and I'm not gay, so don't even, you know, ever think that. But I'm just saying, on video chat, things happen. But I've talked to all kinds of people, you know, and I've learned a lot. You know, write the word Manila on Facebook and go to everybody in Manila and look at their friends list and just start hitting friend requests. And also you can go to Asian women or beautiful Pinoy, Pinay, or beautiful Filipina or Asian Filipina. Just run a search and write group after it. 10 million of those will pop up. Just join groups, throw your photo in there. In 15 days, your Facebook will have 300 Filipinas on it. I'm sorry, 3,000 Filipinas on it. It's very, very easy to do. It's nothing to it, man. They're on Facebook too, but they call me. they call me from the houses, and they send me friend requests on Facebook, and they'll send me texts, and a lot of them are the girls I know brothers. You know, I know a lot of families over there. You know, I know the girls' uncles. I know their dads. You know, I know their brothers. You know, they take me over to their auntie's house down right next door. You know, they take me out to the rice fields, man. I've been on boats. I was on a boat trip from Bahal to Cebu on IMO, man. It was like 2.5 hours. And I bought her an extra battery. I sent her money and bought her an extra battery and everything for that. And she took me. They collect seaweed in Handuman Island. Half of it has no electricity. They collect seaweed and put it in and tie it up like straw. They take it to Cebu and sell it. Didn't bring much, $10, $15 a trip. I seen all kinds of great things, man. VC, I don't know. I'm a little bit lost on the VC part, but Facebook, you can find anything. You can write Ukraine and write a city and go and find Ukrainian women. I tried it. I couldn't speak to them. Philippine scenes, what's up? So yeah, go back and research. If you got any questions, you know, maybe I can do another video on this. It's important. You know, it's a very important subject. But you got to know, man, you know, if you got an online relationship, look, I really, you know, who am I really? I'm 79 years old and I'm only 4.5 feet tall. You know, you can pretend anything to a certain degree. You haven't seen me stand up, right? You can pretend anything on, you know, video chat even. I'm just saying they can play any kind of game. Great comments. 13 people online. Wonderful, man, wonderful. I enjoy all of you. I hope I answered your questions. I really do. I hope that you got something out of this. I'm getting a lot of good comments. Fergal Keegan, what's up, brother? So, Crafty Caps, Darrell Stahl, mentioned the name a few times here. He requested this video. Got anything else, you know, throw it in the comments there. And there's so many ideas and options, but you got to check it out, man. You got to check it out. You really got to, you know. And it goes, if you're a woman, the same thing. You got to check that man out, you know. So just reverse it. If, you know, for your Filipinas, it's the same thing. See license plate numbers, you know. There's people from other countries faking like they're Filipinas even. You know. Make sure you see the license plate numbers even. You know, look at a few of them. Make them stand in front of some cars. You know, 4 or 5 cars right in a row in a parking lot. You'll know what country you're in. Aloe to, okay. So yeah, I don't have much more information to give you. I mean, there's details and stories, but it's not going to help really, you know. Just, you know, take the information I gave you. If you don't have video chat with your girl, how do you even know she's a girl? Yeah. I got 2 Facebooks with 5,000 Filipinas. I got another Facebook with 3,500. I got another one with 1,800, and I got another one with about 700. And I didn't do it on purpose. It's just because they keep adding me to these groups, and then if I put a photo up, they keep sending me requests. Plus I got Facebook groups that I made. You can look up Terry Poling, you know, you'll see my name and you'll see my Facebook groups. So I don't promote that too much because I get a lot of problems in there and people scamming and everything. And I've been trying to get rid of those Facebook groups, but I can't eliminate everybody, shut it down. I had 71 Facebook groups and I gave them all to Filipinas but 12. Yeah, Philippine scenes, make sure you see them. You know, if you got an intimate relationship on it, and I'm not trying to be sexist or, you know, pervert or anything, a girl will get to trust you, man. And she talked to you while she's brushing her teeth in the morning, while she's taking a shower. Same with you, you know, if you're having this real relationship and you're going to be spending time together. I don't mean an hour a day. I mean 8 hours a day, you know. I can drive down the road and talk and look over and talk to my girl, you know, if I got a girl. I don't have to. I can take care of business is what I'm saying. And you know, you can send her 999 pesos, which is 20 bucks. That'll give her a load through Globe for 30 days. So she can run her phone for 30 days, man. And that 30 days, you can talk to her for that 30 days, even if you're in the United States. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So she doesn't have to run out every 15 minutes or every other day to get a load. You know, there's ways to take care of it. Go to Globe Mobile, Philippines, you'll see it, 999. You text 8888 to Super Surf, I think. So there's ways to do that, you know. And you can see your girl all the time, man. If she doesn't want to see you all the time, and if some days you can't see her at all, she's got some stuff going on, man. If you can't see her on Saturday and Sunday, she's partying. Yeah. So all you guys, I really appreciate your input and everything. And I'm just glad to have you here. Glad to have you on my channel. And all of you there are productive on my channel, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your real productive comments, because that's what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm being real here. I'm not, you know, I'm not making up stuff and trying to amuse people. And, you know, I'm just trying to be real with what's real. You're very welcome. Hey, Philippine Scenes, all of you, you know. Crafty Caps, Daryl Stahl, I'm sorry, I always mess that up. You know, all of you, you know. You're welcome, and thank you. So, we'll see you later. Have a great, wonderful day. And, hey, Dory Alfaro, send me a text on Terry Mark Poe on Facebook. All of you, see me on the Facebook. Have a great day. Bye.